Check. Star.
Check.
Yo, what's going on, man? Listen, it's your boy, comedian Mike Larry. It's been a minute, we've been gone, but we back, baby.
We back on.
Yeah.
Back on, man. I got my co-host is with me, man. My man Jason to the right of me.
What's going on?
What's up, Jay, man?
Not much.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, on my way here, we in Detroit, man. I know everybody knows Southfield City, when the police pull you over, your goal is to make it in Detroit. Once you get to Detroit, they'll let you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't chase you in Detroit. Man, I seen a dude flying on the way here, bro, just across Greenfield, man.
That's funny.
And then the cops slowed down. He was like, get them dukes. Oh, man, I had a long week, man. I lost my phone and a whole bunch of other stuff happened, man.
No.
Yeah. Can I get all or something, DJ? I appreciate that, man. That's
Call him DJ.
DJ. Disc
Miles,
jockey.
Hey, but so I appreciate y'all tuning in to WGOD and also Bible Talk with Comedians, man. If anybody looking for studio time, make sure you inbox WGOD. My man Miles Dixon is putting it together, man. As y'all can see, it's very, very professional and studious. Yeah, but Jason, what's going on, man? Let's kick it with you, man. What's happening?
No. Well, I would say not much, but my birthday was last week. I turned 33. My family,
Oh, man.
had a week full of things. My wife actually tried to throw a surprise birthday party for me, but we got there before everybody else. So
Yeah, that's fun.
we just showed up to an empty room.
Surprise.
Right,
Nobody loves you.
They all start trickling in like 20 minutes later. But no, we went to this place in Madison Heights, which was a very odd combination of karaoke and crab boils. I don't know if y'all heard about that place out in Madison Heights.
No, I seen. That's where y'all was at.
Yeah, that's where we was at. It's like Korean style karaoke where you get your own private room and all they have to eat is crab boils. I said, I don't know what it is about crab that's gonna make us want to sing karaoke, but let's see how this goes.
That's kind of dope if you like crab boils and like to sing.
But that's an odd combination for you, like
Yeah, the microphones got to be greasy.
They were.
Stank.
Oh man, yeah.
Man,
the bathroom.
It smell like a fish.
All right, enough of you, Jason, man. We don't like that whole hookup, man.
It was weird, man. But it was cool though, because my dad actually came out. My dad don't stay out past like 6 o'clock a lot of times. So my dad actually showed up.
That was your wait a minute. That was your dad singing.
Yeah, that was my dad.
That's where he was singing at your birthday.
Hey, listen.
Hey. I saw the clips from your party. And you shouted your pops out, and he's like, he sounds just. I thought my daddy was in the group.
Man, I
Jason's
seen
daddy
that, man.
was like, oh, chance of a lifetime.
Oh man,
Dog, that was funny.
But he's on.
Happy birthday.
Don't ask me why he's saying that, because everybody else was having fun. He just wanted to slow it down. Like he went up there, Grandma, I'm gonna slow it down for y'all young whippersnappers for a second. I'm gonna let y'all hear.
That's dope, man.
I sang this to your mama at our wedding.
Did you get anything special, man? What did you get any special gifts? Anything?
Nah, man. That was the first time I did something for my birthday that I didn't plan myself in a long time. So that was special enough.
That's cool, man. Well, congratulations, man. Happy birthday,
Happy
man.
33rd, man.
My man Michael McDaniel. What's happening, man? Talk to us, Mike.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying, taking it easy, keeping it greasy. You dig?
You must have been hanging with Jason at the crowd ball.
This is Jason 33, man. That's the same age Jesus was when he died.
Hey, man. Listen.
Who says that?
That's exactly what everybody's been saying. They're like, oh, this is your Jesus year. I'm like, that's actually the year he died.
You know you're gonna be crucified, right?
Right.
You
Right.
wanna be like him.
Right. You better watch out for that Judas in your group.
Man, to tell you, man, after this, man, this it.
Party over.
Right.
When Jesus, we next. We on deck.
That's
We on
funny.
deck.
For what, Ray? The upper room.
What's been happening, Mike, man?
Oh man, just enjoying life, man. You know, keeping a smile on my face, and you know, everything is everything.
How them
brother.
kids, man?
Man, they good, man. They big. They in daycare now.
Hey,
Let me tell you something. Last week was the first week that I didn't have my kids like all day, every day. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, oh my God, I got time to get stuff. I'm doing stuff, and I'm not working around the noise of the kids. I'm working. It's like, well, what y'all in there doing? They ain't. It was weird, man. It was weird.
My granddaughter been over, man. We been watching Coco Melon like all day. Coco. Like, who is Coco? And Coco Melon, man, is I found myself watching it. Like,
Man, my kids watching PJ Masks, so they be fighting all the time. Like,
oh yeah.
they always make my one son the villain.
What's PJ Masks, Mike?
It's like three little people in
It's like
red, orange, and blue costumes.
It's like superheroes, like
Yeah,
kid
like
superheroes. And they
superheroes.
put on their pajamas and become superheroes.
Yeah, and then, yeah,
Got you,
pretty
man.
funny.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man.
yeah, man.
I'm glad you got a little freedom.
Yeah, look.
Freedom. So freedom. So listen, y'all, we're talking about Proverbs 18 and 16, talking about gifts. You know,
Talk about it.
Yeah, your gift will make room for you. As a matter of fact, Jason, you want to read that out of the Amplified? 'Cause I know you like that.
Nah, man,
Let me go King James.
I want to read out the
Let's have-
NLT today.
Let's
go
have
to the
Jason
King
Let's go to the
bus.
King James, and then we're gonna have him leave him the other
I'm
one.
going to amplify.
He gonna amplify.
See, Mike reading for the older folks, man, who just don't believe on nothing else exists but King James Bible.
I need somebody to like go Church of God in Christ and say, read.
Read.
A man's gift maketh room for him. And bringeth him before great men. Jason?
There's only one thing that is slightly different in the Amplified version. It says, a man's gift given in love or courtesy makes room for him and brings him before great men.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much extra.
It's a little, you know, it adds some perspective to it, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's
It does
amplified.
add some perspective because it puts the intention behind your gift in the Amplified version. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good.
What's your perspective on that, Jason, man, on the one you read?
Like I just said, you know, it puts intention behind the gift. So like everybody has gifts, right? But it's like, why are you using them? What are you using them for? Right? You know what I'm saying? Or are you using them? And it says in the Amplified version, it says if it's the man's gift given in love or courtesy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just you doing it, you know, like, oh, I'm getting paid to do this because I'm good at it. Or, you know, like, it kind of goes with my philosophy when I started doing personal training comedy or whatever it was I knew I wanted to do. I said, whatever it is I want to do, I want to find something that I would do for free Like if there was bills or nothing else was mattered. Like, what would I want to do for free? What would I do for free for the rest of my life? And then just find a way to make money doing it. But ultimately, I was doing it for free. And then, you know, this scripture actually has come to pass in my life multiple times over. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to personal training and comedy. So
That's dope, man. That's dope. Michael.
This scripture, like, is key to my whole life, actually, you know, when I think about it. A man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. Just that word gift means what you give away. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily gifted. I could give you $100 and you'll remember that I gave you $100. So in the future, an opportunity, that room being an opportunity, in the future, you'll remember what I did for you. And I think one of the primary stories in the Bible is Joseph, when he he had the gift of telling people's dreams. And then there was the one guy, the cupbearer, who got out of jail, and he said, when you go back work for the king, don't forget me, don't leave me down here.
Yeah.
And then when he got out, he forgot about him. But then the king had a dream that he needed interpreting. And that dude said, oh, I got the guy. He's in prison. And from that day forward, he never went back.
He always been there by his side.
Yeah, so he got to get out of there, and he went and interpreted those dreams for the king. That was a gift that created opportunity for him. Right. But it was something that he gave away. He didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't charging for the gift. It just created an opportunity for him.
What do you say to people that, because I know some folks that just don't know what their gift is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get people all the time like, man, I just don't know I don't know what my gift is. You know what I'm saying?
I think people spend too much time looking for it to be something glamorous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily anything that is going to get you a bunch of attention. You know, actually, in most cases, that's a curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants that? Like, 'cause you can't even go to a grocery store. Like, that's fame. That doesn't mean that you're gifted. A lot of people who are famous are horrible people. You know, and what they're famous for doesn't enhance other people's lives. You know, it makes their lives harder. So for people who are in search of their gift, like Jason said, find something that you would do for free and give it away. You know what I mean? When we started doing comedy, we wasn't getting paid.
Yeah, open mics and
like, we was giving this stuff away for free. We were honing the gift. We were perfecting it. We were making it something that was more valuable. And as it increased in value, our prices increased. Now it's like, you can pay me for this gift.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I
then
mean?
on top of that, like, how many shows have you done for free that you got booked off of? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're giving it away. And it says, you know, where it says it'll bring you before great men. So you do a guest spot somewhere, like when we went to Indiana a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
I went down there for free, you know, and it put me in front of somebody who now wants to book me for a future show. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
It's like you said, it's a gift. So you gotta give it away, because if you, let's say Joseph, when he was in the prison and he was interpreting dreams, what if he was
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about him. Like, Joseph sitting there. I know exactly what that means, but I ain't telling him. He just kind of like leaving him, letting him suffer. Like,
let him think about it. Let him marinate. But no, like, you know, if Joseph had continuously told the person, like, oh, I'm like, made him, like, was badgering him before he gave him the dream, interpreted his dream. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, the dude just kept on saying, like, hey, man, can you please interpret this dream? Like, nah, you got to do something for me first. Like, he waited till after, and he said, all I want you to do is just make sure you don't forget about me. But if he was badgering that dude, and it wasn't really, he didn't necessarily give it away, he really required something from him and was badgering him about it, how do you think the dude would have that willingly went to the king, like, oh, yeah, I know a guy?
But according to this scripture, that's not a gift. He's not talking about the same thing. This word gift literally means what you give away.
Yeah.
It means something that you gave away without something asking. Like, on Christmas, if somebody bring you a bill for everything they bought you.
My dad did that once.
That ain't that's
not
not
a
a
GameCube. Thanks a lot, Dad.
One in He hit you with that.
2 receipts from your lifetime.
Hey, man.
GameCube.
He said, you got the GameCube for Christmas, but if you want these
For
controllers and
Christmas.
games I got, you got to give me the Christmas money that your uncle gave you. I'm like,
What?
I said, the lights about to get turned on or something, Dad. What you need my money for? It's Christmas.
Darn, you'll
man.
keep around here.
Basically.
It kind of teach you something too.
Yeah.
It kind of teach you that, you know, that your parents wasn't doing as good as you thought they were. No. No, but it do take that selfishness out of you, let you know that, like,
Man.
hey, man, like, sometimes it takes something to get something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like, you know, and especially for a young man, you know what I mean? I feel like that's just a valuable lesson that a younger man need to learn. When he becomes an older man, he won't be that guy, you know, who thinks everybody supposed to give him some, or a mama boy type dude, you know.
Entitled.
Yeah.
Entitled, man. Entitled person. But walking in your gift. What about walking in your gift, man?
I feel like when you, that can become complicated
Yeah.
at times, because it's like there's what people think is your gift. Like, it looks like on the surface that our gift is comedy. But I don't, like, for me, that's not, performing comedy is not necessarily my gift. My sense of humor and my capacity to write and put things together in a way that is funny is the actual gift. The way that I package it might be stand-up, might be impressions, might be, you know what I'm saying, might be entertaining of some form, but I might write it and give it to you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's not necessarily the gift, but it just looks like that's what's the gift, because that's what attracts people. More people get to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really the behind the scenes aspects that make us all who we are. Like, without your life and the things that you've gone through, the material that you put out wouldn't work. You needed those experiences. So it's really your story. It's really your life. That's the actual gift. The hardest part is the actual gift. Joseph was in prison.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the gift. He got threw in a hole by his brothers. That's how he got in prison.
What a jacket at?
Where that jacket at? Here goes his jacket, Daddy. He's mauled. It was mauled by a bear.
Well,
We couldn't stop him.
No, that's deep, man. I look at some of the things that, you know, I feel like my gift is more so like entertaining. You know, like, because I realized, like, I didn't think I had the gift of doing comedy, stand up, but I like to entertain. When I played ball, I did it to entertain and make people, oh, look at him. You know what I'm saying? I did certain moves. When I played football, same thing. And this to me was the same type of element when I get on stage, and it's just a form of entertainment and making people happy, man.
Yeah. Y'all ever look up the meaning of your names before?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Only once, actually.
So I looked up. Well, I didn't look it up. My mama back in the day bought me a little mug with my name and I think it was the Greek meaning of Jason, and in Greek, Jason translates to healer. And I never paid attention to that for real, because I'm like, I ain't about to try and be no doctor or nothing like that. But now years have passed, and I look at the two careers that I have, which is personal training and stand-up comedy, and I'm like, I may not be a doctor, but it's not necessarily that kind of healing all the time.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? That I may have to be, given. You know what I'm saying? So once I noticed that, I was like, I must be walking in my gift. You know?
That's dope.
That's super dope, man.
My name means who is like the Lord. It's a question. That's why I'm always searching for something. I'm always trying to find out what's true, what's honest, what's real. Like, I dig deep into stuff. It's like I'm looking for what's right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that don't sit right with me. And Michael was the warrior angel, so he had an edge.
Definitely was.
You know what I'm saying?
That's wild, man. Like, my name, I looked it up, and it was the one who Jesus loved. It was like the same acronym to John. Like, you know, John was the one that and that's when I looked. I said, "Oh, my name is the same as that." And look, some of y'all believe me out there. Yeah. Now I don't know what my name is, man.
Larry in the Hebrew.
I know it. I know it's really supposed to be Lawrence or something. I guess Larry. When you look up Larry, it's Lawrence. So. I have no clue, man.
Your name is now Lawrence.
Let's say we can find out.
It's the white man's name.
Ain't nothing but a Google search. He said the white man. The white man gave you that name.
The white man. It's definitely a white man's name, man. Larry. My whole family, all four of us, man.
When you say it like that, it definitely is.
My brother name is John. My sister's Jennifer, and my other sister's Brittany, and I'm Larry.
Your name's Italian.
You know what I mean?
It's Italian. It's from Laurentum.
Oh, my name is Italian.
Yes, it's from Italian.
Man, y'all got to start respecting me out there, man. Laurentum. Matter of fact, call me Laurentum. I changed my name to Mike Laurentum. Coming to the stage.
Mike Laurentum.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I like that a little bit.
Hey,
man.
that sounds like a comedy album name.
Lawrence.
Sound like animal food.
Huh?
Sound like animal food.
Animal food?
Sound like, hey man, you get the lamentum for the.
Hey, did you order the Laurentum, man? That's
Laurentum on point, fam.
That Laurentum.
Get you some Laurentum.
Your room will make gift, man.
Your room will make gift.
We're gonna say it in reverse.
What are some exceptional opportunities that you feel like that you've gotten because of your gift?
Man, I think when I look at even comedy wise, I remember one time, man, when I first started, like probably about 3 or 4 years in doing comedy, and Simply Chanel had put me on the show, and we took a train to New York, and I remember riding back on the train, man. And I kind of like teared up a little bit because I'm like, dude, I'm really living in this, and I'm in another city to go do something that I love.
Yeah.
And I'm riding on the train. Like I was like, man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. So it just put me in different positions, different. I met a lot of different people that I probably wouldn't have met. You know, I think it's dope, man.
That's what's up, Jason.
I say if we talking, well, I got two. One would be when it comes to personal training. Actually, shoot, it's comedy and personal training because I actually got into personal training through comedy. There's a comedian named Jay Wright, and he was working at LA Fitness at the time. And he was like, "Hey, man, come on over to LA Fitness and work, start being a trainer." But because of both of those, I was doing an interview for a comedy show on the radio. And this is back when Jay Will was still on the radio, and Delicious was on the radio. And Jay Will, just randomly, when I was about to leave, he was like, "Hey, Delicious, you know, he a trainer too." And she was like, "Well, can you train me then?" And I trained Delicious for like a good 2 months before she moved to Atlanta. And I was like, it made my personal training, like, you know, I was still working at LA Fitness at the time, so it made my personal training like start going. You was training Lamar's girl, man. Who? You can't stand the rain when it start to fall.
No, that's the other one.
Oh yeah, you're right. I just felt like, oh, man, Lamar got me scared, man.
No, you talking about
Cash Doll.
Cash Doll.
Yeah.
No,
I got them mixed up, man.
Yeah.
That's because I'm so much into my Bible, man. I don't know.
I'm so much into my Bible, then I had to watch BMF.
BMF to me is Bible, Miracles, and Faith. That's what that is.
That was good.
That was a dope. That was a dope question, Mike.
Yeah.
Revert that back to Mike, man.
Man, I feel like it's just like, if I'm honest, it's what got me like sitting here at this table with y'all. You know what I mean? So it's like my whole life kind of shifted. You know, like I'm on TV, I'm doing commercials, countless voiceovers. You know, all the Triller promos you hear coming out, that's me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all from
this.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying something You know what I'm saying? There was people been telling me for years, you ought to be on TV, you ought to be doing this, you ought to be doing that. And then you do it, and then it's been 14 years. But, you know what I mean? Going on 15, golly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus is going on 15.
Hey, I looked at that the other day. I said, wait a minute, what?
Dog, them throwback posts from Facebook.
Man, them 010 flyers always get me, man. I'm like, man, who is this dude, man? But fortunately, is that we kind of still look the same. You know what I'm saying? Well, little die, we all
Just
right,
for men.
man. Just for
Just
me.
men keeping us together.
Yeah, man, we still look pretty much the same. But them 010 flyers throw me. I'm like, man, where was I at? Where was this? How did this happen? You know, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
But what they also say, put you before great men, though.
That's my point. That's why I
your
say I'm
point.
saying,
Boom, boom. There you go.
look, there's Miles Dixon over there, you know.
Miles, man, one of the greatest dudes, man. He got a lot of hats.
Author, entrepreneur,
They all use
producer,
hats, but they
created Switchblade TV. He always dressed like a janitor, but at the same time, you know, he getting paper.
yeah, because somebody told him that a millionaire is dressed like bums, and he been practicing this
He
ever
don't
since.
play.
bro.
He
bro.
been
He playing this role to a T.
He said practicing.
Nah, but man, no, Miles, you dope, bro. Give you flowers, man. I think that's important to start giving dudes their flowers, man.
Absolutely.
Right now, man.
Absolutely.
We got one of the filmmakers in the building. Y'all can't see him, but he to my left, Mike's left, man. Darren Brown.
Yellow, Darren Brown.
Yeah,
Darren
sure,
Brown.
sure.
Brother Brown.
Would you come and just have words? I was pretending we was in church.
Doors of the church are open.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, so
What just happened, bro? Like,
it's too much silence on the airwaves.
no, it was like it was an awkward laugh. Woo!
Yeah.
That was just nothing.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was more awkward than the silence.
Yeah.
What you about to say, Jason?
Yeah, like
No, man, it wasn't even worth saying. No, man. It's,
No, come on with it, man. So how do you help your kids find their gift? I noticed that a gift
That's what I was about to
is
say.
something that, you know, it should be something that you, like Jason said, you don't mind doing for free, something that you love. There's something that doesn't feel like a job in a sense, though, but I guess, you know. So how do you help your kids find their gift?
I don't think you just got. Like, I don't know because I'm new to this, but I'm always watching my kids, seeing who responds to what in what way. You know, just learning their nature and seeing what they naturally gravitate towards and what that can translate to.
Yeah.
You know, like one of my Nigel, my talkative son, he's a thinker. He's very calculative and he asks a lot of questions. Like he go ask you the same question like 12 times. Daddy, that's you coffee? Daddy, that's you coffee? Daddy, that's you coffee? Okay. Oh, Daddy, those your boots? Those your boots? Okay. All right.
You put it in his head. Okay, that's Daddy Boots and that's Daddy Coffee.
Yeah, he's calculating, and he speaks very clear. He's been talking since he was 9 months. He can say his own.
wow.
His first words was his own name. You know what I mean? So it's like his first word was his own name. I was playing and had my friends on the phone. I was like, "Watch, my boy's a genius. Nigel, what's your name?" He's like, "Nigel." I was like, "Oh, my boy's a genius." I tried to act like I wasn't really shocked, but I was. I was like, "This dude really like he's different."
That's dope.
He just said Nolan is very compassionate. He's like, he rough, he gruff, he'll beat you down, but he gonna hug you though when he done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's gonna hurt me more than it hurt
I
you.
hate that I did that to you. He got the deep voice. He like, I love you, Daddy. Daddy.
I did it to you.
Yeah. I did that to you, Daddy.
Don't make me do this no more.
You know? So
What'd you, Jake?
Yeah.
Kids,
So
man, what'd you?
I feel like I just need to just refrain from why you turn like that. Now I just feel like it's an interview for real. But no, I just feel like I just need to not stifle my daughter's like her in her mind what her possibilities are. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's when I was younger. that's exactly what, and it wasn't on purpose, but that's exactly what a lot of the older people in my life did to me. Like, oh, you can't do this, or you got to do this.
Good stuff, bro.
And once again, like
stuff.
throwing a backup plan out there. Like, just not saying that it's a bad thing, but when you tell people that they need a backup plan, in my opinion, like when they was like, oh yeah, I know you want to get into acting, I know you want to get into entertainment, but do this first, and it's like, you're already telling me there's a possibility I can fail, which automatically is going to put that barrier in my head and be like, do I really want to do this now? And now I may just, settle and compromise and go the safe route and mess around and just be like.
So do you feel like that's a barrier, or is that like a safety net? Like, do you, because I kind of agree with what you're saying, but also looking at it from a parent perspective, I think you kind of don't want your kid to just put all his eggs in one basket and then fall and look crazy, even though growth comes from failing. As long as you don't lay there, you won't be considered failure.
Yeah. So I think of it like this, right? Let's say I want to get a degree in engineering as my backup plan. And fresh out of college, when I have all this zeal and all this energy and all this, things I could talk about, or things, all this passion to go into acting, which is what I wanted to do at first. I still want to do it, but what I was doing at first was acting. I want to go and do all this acting. I said I was going to move out to L.A., do all this stuff, right? My dad was like, you need to get a backup plan first. Go to school, be an engineer. Now, if I'm really trying to use this backup plan for real, like if I really need to use this backup plan, I at least need 4 years of college. And an engineering degree isn't one that I can just fly by and get. So it ain't gonna be like I'm going to school and hitting auditions and being going to rehearsals for plays or whatever the case may be. I'm all in for the next 4 years. So now at that point, I'm not saying this happens to everybody, but specifically a lot of African Americans, we get to the point where like, all right, well shoot, I got the degree. And they want to place me, especially if you did good. They want to place me at this job where there's all this good money here. And as African Americans, we are, for the most part, we're raised to survive. We're not raised to live. Like because of what our parents and their grandparents and whatnot, what they've been through, we're raised to survive, not to actually live and thrive. You know what I'm saying? So now we get this good job, and not you get this good job, and everybody, oh, you did good in school, you got this job, you got the benefits. Oh, you got benefits. So you can get your teeth cleaned on the regular, you can get your glasses and whatnot. Now you're in your mind, you're like, all right, well, do I really want to go and do this thing? Like in your heart, you really do, but in your mind, it's like, does it make sense for me to go out here and do this thing that I really wanted to do in the first place? Because now your backup plan, it ends up being your main plan.
Yeah,
I think you know who, and I know this is gonna sound crazy. I think at some point I took the crackhead perspective through my career. I know that sounds crazy, but a crackhead, when he want to get high, he gonna get high. He gonna figure out a way to get high. When I decided to do comedy, I wanted to be able to make money at it, and I wanted to be comfortable in it. And I was like, I'm just determined to figure out a way to make this work.
Yeah, and that's what there's a lot of millionaires that, like, I was watching them do speeches or with their speeches and whatnot, and they went all in what they did. I believe I think it was Grant Cardone, somebody who did a speech, and they said something about how, like, back in the day when a country wanted to take over another country, when they got over there, they would take their boats over to that country, and they would burn their boats. To the point where to make it to where either we're going to take over this land or we're going to die trying. Because there's no way back. We burned our boats. We burned our way back home.
Yeah, I heard that's a myth.
It probably was, but it made sense at the time.
Ain't nobody burning no ship. Like, can you imagine
It was
build
at least
the ship? You just gonna burn it? I'd be mad. But we could at least sell it.
It was probably that one person who didn't burn it. It was like, yeah, I burned mine. He just put a leaf over it or something like that. Like, oh, they dying. I'm going home.
That's funny. Now, let me ask you, I'm going to ask the question the same way. Like, if you knew that you wanted to do comedy, and if you knew that when you left high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, or while you were in, like, Dave Chappelle started stand-up when he was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
So, like, imagine if Dave Chappelle would have decided to be a computer engineer. We wouldn't have Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Imagine if Jay-Z decided he wanted to be a math teacher. We wouldn't have a Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these things that we wouldn't have if these people didn't just commit to their gifts.
Yeah.
So like when you think about your kids, like I could do voices as a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody told me that was a marketable skill.
Right.
I didn't find that out until I was 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't realize that I could use that to make money. If I had known that, I would have left high school and went straight to somewhere like Specs, got in the radio, found a way to do voiceover, like connected with a mentor, and kind of built from there. You know what I mean? So it's, as far as our kids go, it's like, let's not waste time because you really can't have a backup plan for being yourself.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. These are all things that I just do just because this is just me.
Yeah.
Ain't no backup plan for me being. That means I gotta be. The backup plan is be somebody else. That ain't a backup plan.
That ain't a backup plan.
That ain't a plan at all. You know?
It's
Man.
dope, man.
No, you ever see Jim Carrey do that speech? I be watching a lot of YouTube videos. I be bored, but you ever see Jim Carrey? He did a commencement speech at some university or some art college or something like that, and he was talking about how his dad could have been a comedian. He said he thought his dad was the funniest person in the world. His dad wanted to do comedy. He said he wanted to be a comedian, but instead he decided to take the safe route and become an engineer. And thought that he would, that was going to be able to take care of the family for the rest of his life. But at some point, he got let go from that job, and then the whole family was sitting there scratching and clawing, trying to figure out where they was going to get their next meal from. And the point he made from telling that story was, you can fail at something you don't like, so you might as well take a chance on something that you love doing.
That's great.
And I think what this boils down to, we all believers, and we know that gifts come from God. And I think there's just a trust exercise, period, with living in your gift. No matter where you at. If I'm at General Motors, you know what I'm saying, you still got to trust God that you won't get fired tomorrow. So if you living in your gift and living in your purpose, man, and trusting God.
Dog, I'm laughing because when you said General Motors, like, dude, I was a Wayne County Sheriff's deputy. I'm on the rock with 60 inmates.
Yeah.
And we roasted each other. I'm making them laugh. Like, they can't wait for me to come because McDaniel crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I remember just cracking on dudes, like, and they love to see me coming. Yeah. And if somebody else was messing up, breaking the rules, they would get on that person because you messing up our fun. Like, he's here. So that was my gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Like, this is what's making my life easier in this hard, horrible job.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It made my life easier. And it made their lives easier. They got to feel human. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted me. They was like, man, who working today?
Yeah.
Right.
I made them feel human, and they are. You know what I mean? So,
hey, when did you know? Like, for me, with comedy, I knew that I was funny when I was able to control the crowd. Meaning, like, no matter what, like right here, I know with certain things I can say. Like, say when I say something funny, then I come back, I'm like, I can say this gonna be funnier, or this gonna add on to that, and you kind of controlling the room with your material. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was like, oh man, this is really a gift, because God is giving me these little thoughts. These thoughts is coming up, and I'm able to, you know what I'm saying? Like even my freestyling, you know what I'm saying? And people call it crowd work. Like I pick around to find stuff. Like a man might be in the audience with his wife, and how long y'all been married? 6 years. Oh, how many kids y'all got? 3. little Tim, Tim, you got a grown man name. You know what I'm saying? I pull off of that. Grown man, oh yeah, man, he gave us up. We get that name from your granddaddy, you know, whatever. And then it turned into something else. Then here come the wife say something like, no, that's my auntie named him. Oh, your auntie, she controlling the house. Look, but man, ain't got no authority in this house.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it started developing into something else, man. And then while I'm over here, I'm kind of gauging the crowd over here because at some point this gonna kind of die out. So I'm trying to see what I'm gonna say next. Now this dude might got on the mink fur coat or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So, like this dude with the mink fur, this white man he just got that for Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then with this Christmas coat on, and it's July.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? But it's just like that's a gift.
And I think that's taking your gift and turn it into craft, and that craft becomes it becomes a skill. You know what I mean? Because when you first started, you couldn't do that like that.
No, you couldn't.
You know what I mean? Like you perfected that gift.
Yeah.
So like certain gifts, you got to work them. Like if your gift is writing, the only way you become a better writer is to write.
To write.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like the only way you become a better comedian is to
Get on stage.
Get on stage and keep doing it.
write and get on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's so many different levels to it. And be observational. Pay attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? So like when I go in a place, like when we went to Indiana, when we was talking about, I was like, man, you see this, such, and we was all talking about stuff we was going to say. So the other person didn't say it. You know what I mean? So I was like, they're not going to leave me nothing. So let me figure out what I'm going to say that they ain't think about. You know what I mean?
want a cookie.
I want a cookie.
Hey, what's funny is, man, when you ever go on stage, like I done went up behind, like Josh and Jay Will is great for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like they will pull everything out. They would say all the stuff I'm saying, and then whatever he don't get, then here come Josh, and he gonna say all the stuff he didn't say, plus some more, and some of what he said. You know what I'm saying? And then now here I come. Like I ain't gonna lie, man. At some point you be like, oh man, ain't nothing there. Because the thoughts. Because when I go to a comedy room, I'm looking around. Okay, it's chandelier, boom. This lady right here with this shirt on, boom. This so I'm zooming in. I got all this stuff, bro. And then here come one of them. And then she got this. Then look at the chandelier. Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? Then here come the same thing me and Mike went to. I talk about the story all the time, man.
I was laughing when you said it.
Mike convinced me to go after him at this show he put me on. He put me on the show and was like, hey, you know what, bro? I'm just going to go up first. Because, you know, they ain't really, they didn't see me before, man. I'm going to go up first and just do a little time and I'm going to bring you up. I'm like, all right, cool, Mike. Mike goes up there. Now the spot was crazy, bro. They had an old couch over there by the stage. It looked like we was in a basement. The floor looked terrible. We ate late. Like everything that I had in my head. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna talk about that couch. Look how old that couch look, man. That couch look like, you know what I'm saying? Like I look at this floor, man. Everything I had, man. This dude, Mike McDaniel, man. At some point, man, I considered him not a friend.
He said he's not a friend.
He went up there, bro. The dude told me he's gonna do 15 minutes, Miles. I'm gonna do 15 minutes, bro, and I'm gonna bring you up. And Mike got this pastor voice he uses sometimes when he's serious, you know. Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna bring you 15 minutes, man. I'm gonna bring you up.
Doc.
I'm like, all right, cool, man. Yeah, Doc. Mike does 35 minutes. He thought about bringing me up. And then proceeded to do another 15 minutes on all the stuff I wanted to talk about. And look at this count. The count. It looked like somebody died. What you say about the counts, man?
I don't know, I think it's like Abraham Lincoln died.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
And he kept going back to it, hitting it, man. I was like, no, stop it. He was like, look at the floor. Oh, look at the floor. They was like, oh. He was like, man, and look at the chandelier. Like, stop it, man. All right, man. I'm going to bring my boy to the stage. And the worst thing can happen to a comedian is, no, we're going to do an intermission, okay, Michael? Just bring him. I'm sitting like an intermission.
To eat.
They come back. They was like this, like. I'm like, hey, man. I was gonna say something about the couch.
You say all your jokes, but you say you weren't gonna say.
Mike said everything. What about this chandelier? Mike said that too. What? Hey man,
My bad, bro.
What
I
Aries
still feel
at?
bad about that.
Where the Aries at?
any Scorpios in the building?
What's that number one zodiac sign?
Make some noise for yourself one more time. That's how you know a comedian bomb. And he keeps saying that. Make some noise for yourself one more time.
But you know what you know what that says though? How hard it is for us as black comics. Like we gotta do that.
Yeah.
We gotta connect with the audience in that way because the expectations are so high.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta almost set ourselves on fire first.
we do, bro.
Just to get people on your side. Like you know how hard it is? The white comics is going, hi, how's it going? Huh. So I was talking to my wife the other day, and it's like all good. They just go along with it. Like we got to go up there, like, oh, and look at him,
and look at me. I grew up poor. I ain't have a daddy. Ah. You know what I'm saying?
Remember y'all had the cheese that wouldn't melt?
Right.
Who had that cheese that wouldn't melt?
I still got some.
It's in her pocket right now.
Right.
I bet she got hot sauce in her purse. Don't she?
King vitamin cereal.
Vitamin cereal.
But yeah, man. And
She ain't got time. She got trend.
but what's funny? she got trained. What's funny about that though, with Mike doing that, like as once you become kind of seasoned, you got to learn how to stay in the pocket. Ride the wave. Like I'm like, all right, so let me. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it be a situation where you be shook a little bit, but you learn and adjust, you know. And once I learned, then I started adjusting a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, because Mike said Abraham Lincoln. Wouldn't that be funny if Abraham Lincoln did? What if Abraham Lincoln? And they was like, oh, okay, I like this. He was talking about what Mike told him, boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And became good, but Mike almost had me there, man.
I wasn't trying
He
to,
almost
bro.
left me there on the couch.
I ain't trying to do
Here
that.
died another man.
Hey, man, Mike died on this guy.
I'm still stuck to the couch right now.
Dog,
Hey, Mike.
that couch,
Right.
like when I say that couch was terrible.
Oh,
remember how on the Wiz when people was coming off the wall? That's what that couch looked like.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man.
It was
Hey, and you could tell.
people was falling off the pattern.
I know Mike, and so I seen him getting ready to say it. He was like, he kept looking back, like, because the couch was right there. He's like, yeah, man, because I'm in the audience, like, don't do it, Mike. Don't do it, man.
No.
Because the couch.
That's funny.
Comedy's stressful, man.
I believe in always going first, though.
Huh?
I believe I like to hit the stage first.
Yeah.
I'd rather for people to follow behind me rather than me trying to follow behind somebody else. You never know. It might be their lucky day.
Yep.
Hey, you never know, man. Downtown Tony Brown,
seen Gemini.
R.I.P.
I seen Gemini outdo Jay Will one day, and I was like, wow. I would never expected that. That's when he first started doing it.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Downtown Tony Brown, man.
R.I.P.
I remember I was at a comedy show one time. This is my downtown Tony Brown story. I was at a comedy show. I was new, like Foolish had it. He was doing a new comedian comedy contest or something, and I won like about 6 weeks in a row. Right, so I'm sitting down there, man, and I go up again, and Downtown was there, and he was in the back. He was the headliner. So he had to do the new comedian contest. You had 3 other dudes that was on the show. He was the headliner, then he had like 2 guest spots. So, you know, man, that's a long show, bro. The new comedian contest, it probably was like 5 of us in the contest. Then he had 3 guest spots, and then he had 3 other people on the show, then Downtown. So he was sitting in the back half asleep, like, you know, nodding off. And I was like, hey, man, I think after my man go up, then it's going to be your turn. He was like, yeah, see, people think that people think headlining is always that. See, headlining ain't nothing, man. I'd rather go up early. He was like, when you go to your headline, you go up there, it's 5 people that do all your jokes, and then 2 more people do your jokes, and then by the time you get up there, they done heard all your jokes, all your material. I hate headlining, and I was like, what are you talking about? I was new, so I'm like, man, I can't wait to headline.
Man.
Because for me, the headliner is the man. I can't wait to, this where you come to see me. Man. Now, I'm like, bruh, I don't want to hear. I'm trying to get home, man.
Right.
Let me go up and
Like,
get
put
funny,
me
do my
up.
fun. Yeah, man. And now I see, too, what he was talking about, because I remember, now you see people trying to I remember before we go up before him, we're trying to do all our funniest jokes so he can say how funny we was. Mm-hmm. Now I'm seeing that with people doing me like that. You know, newer comics. Like they'll go up there and do all their music jokes and set themselves on fire and then be like, ah. You know, man,
you just described my whole set, bro. You just described my whole set, man. What you trying to say?
Yeah, man. Like you know, just in case you go to Indianapolis with it, you bring another newer comic with you.
I thought that's what I was supposed to do that day, Mike.
Yeah, man. He trying to do a whole, you know, he did. No, Jason did his thing, man. We took Jason to Indianapolis. He did his thing, man. He did a guest spot. All you new comedians out there, man, get back to doing guest spots. And don't be too prideful where you can't give your gift away. Thinking you're supposed to get paid, you ain't even got more than 10 minutes of material. You know, so get back to the basics.
And stop hanging around the same people, lying to each other, telling each other y'all funny.
Hey, that's word to the wise.
When somebody bigger than you, get around, like shoot for somebody that's on TV. Stop shooting at locals.
Yeah.
Ooh. And arguing the same people, man. All y'all in the little barrel, putting yourself in the barrel. You ain't got to be in the barrel. Just putting yourself. I'm gonna jump in and do.
Drown.
Yeah, nah.
At the crab boil.
Hey, listen, man. Y'all been tuned in to Bible Talk with Comedians, man. WGOD. Where it's at, man. I mean, host Mike Larry, these co-hosts, man, the same. Jason Jameson and Mike McDaniel, man. Where we talk about the Bible, we also have fun, man. It's all real talk. Hey, you know what I want to do, though, man? I wanted to say this earlier, man.
What up?
These dudes are silly, man.
Oh man, that's a wild song to sing karaoke with your children. With your
Why
children.
would he sing that?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
And then he had the gray beard with him too.
He's like,
And he
give me
was
that.
for real, man.
Oh man, bro,
Play that right
it's
there.
like we went from 24 karat magic to Poison to 1 in a million. I'm like, he said, let me just slow it down for y'all kids just a minute.
Everybody go get a candle. Yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Where you gonna be, man? What you got going on next week, man? Some of them like 3 seconds.
I really don't got nothing comedy related going on this week. I just started a fitness boot camp though. That I'm just started that. If you would like to take part, hit me up on Instagram at The Better Body Bureau. At The Better Body Bureau.
My man Jason. Also, Mike, what you got going on, man, this weekend?
Nothing. Do me a favor. Just go on YouTube and watch my cartoon, The Dr. Will Show. I never promoted it on here. Go watch it.
It's dope.
It's 2 seasons done. I'm behind. So, go check that out.
Yeah. Mike is doing the voiceover of Will Smith, man. It's a cartoon. It's bananas, man. So make sure y'all go tune in. I think his information should be. What's your IG?
Oh, my IG is I am McDaniel.
Yeah, I think
you can find everything on my link tree on my Instagram.
All right, man. So me, man, I got another movie. We've been shooting for about 2 weeks now. It's called Entangled.
Yeah, man.
I think we're wrapping up this week. Tomorrow we shooting again, and then I think we got one more, and then we wrapping up. Melissa Talbert, my man Richard. Yeah, man. And who else? Mike Jeffries.
Oh, Mike Jeffries.
Yeah, Mike Jeffries and Heather J was one of the writers on it too, man. So
dope.
It's a dope cast, man. It was phenomenal, very professional, man. It's not like some of these other movies out here. If you don't want your movies all dark, no, I'm playing, man. And God is
Nobody on the video.
Nobody on it. Hey, I'm gonna pray us out, man. Lord Heavenly Father, we just thank you. We thank you for this gathering. We thank you for the gift of laughter, Lord. We thank you. Ask that you touch whoever need to be touched out there, Lord. Let them be a witness to your power and your glory, Lord. Touch and heal the families that need the prayer right now, Lord. Some people depending on you and want to see you move fast, Lord. Move in your time, Jesus. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, man.
See y'all next week.
See y'all next week. 8 p.m.
million.